Good losing, taking his own power away. Will Ralph step up more in the physical
Mike.
fight scene?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, with Cisco not having his powers anymore, he still has his abilities, his tremendous abilities, it's an intellect, he's a genius, boy genius, prodigy, all that stuff. But him not being in the field, you're a team member now, you're a team member now, and that creates different adjustments and different threats for Barry and the rest of Team Flash, because you need, you need the members out there to be able to combat these threats that are coming. And that is going to change. I think he will be out there more. And I think he is going to step it up more into a leadership position. For sure. He's at a point now where he's ripened enough where he knows how to do this stuff. He doesn't need. I mean, Barry taught him all that stuff. Season 4, he had all that work, and then in Season 5, it's just part of it. Part of it.
What can we expect to see from Ralph's arc this season?
Say again, please.
What can we expect to see from Ralph's arc this season?
We're going to see more of we're going to continue the progression of into the detective aspect that we started last year and ended with him figuring out Thawne and the dagger and all of that stuff. And we're going to continue that. And I think he's going to be a little more independent this year in that sense. Kind of, being that private eye, and we're going to finally see more of what does he do when he's doing that private eye stuff, and see how good he really is at it. And how that also forces him to grow to pursue those things. And obviously the element of, Sue Dibny is going to come in at some point this season, and that's going to change him forever.
What are the chances of Ralph getting a new costume this year?
Somebody else just asked me that, and that's something that we haven't talked about yet. We needed to get the season off the ground. It's tricky because when I look at the Ralph Dibny costumes, the orange one, I don't really see the orange one working. It's a little too walking highlighter. I love the purple kind of mauve sort of thing. And then the other one that I love is the red one, but we've got a guy that kind of has the market cornered on red, and it's his show, you know what I mean? I love the red one. It's something that I'd love to explore at some point, but I think it's a little tricky. We've got, the Scarlet Speedster, and he's the hero, I'd love to see that suit. I think if anything happens with a different suit, it's going to be after Crisis.
I feel like the show does a really good job of balancing the detective aspects with, within budgetary reasons, not going too crazy with the superheroic stuff.
Yeah.
How hard do you think they're going to have, especially with something like Crisis coming, to know if they're going to lean more on the special effects for this?
Well, I don't know. I haven't had that conversation with them yet. I really honestly don't know if they're going to involve more of the special effects in Crisis. I don't know. I actually don't know about that, too much about that. I think that becomes, more of a logistical problem than a creative problem for sure. I mean, logistics are tricky when you have, especially in crossovers and stuff like that, when you have so many people with so many powers and you need special effects for every little thing, it just becomes a tremendous amount to do, And when you've got to get these things filmed and get them out within a few weeks, those are tricky timelines to do. It's not like doing a movie where we have a year of post-production or something like that. So it becomes a bit of a challenge. I would love to see more of that. I have a tremendous amount of ideas that I've spoken with Eric Wallace about, that he's been very receptive about, of different ways to do Ralph's powers and to do Elongated Man's powers. I mean, I'm big on trying to develop a different kind of fighting style for him this year. I think there's a way for him to be very dangerous with what his powers are that I think would be really, really cool, I'd love to see that. I mean, he's got a built-in whip. He's got a built-in grapple gun. He's got all this stuff that would be really fun. And I'd love to see elements of that brought in, and we're working on that. And we're also going to see how, in terms of the way that he fights, how, now that he's this we've done the detective aspect and really pumped that up, how does he use that when he's in battle, for lack of a better term, Can he use the detective skills to kind of help him fight enemies and kind of predict, and we're exploring all of that.
So you mentioned Sue's coming this season.
Sure.
Are you excited to get to play that kind of horseback? Because that's a different kind of.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I am excited, but I'm also I'm nervous because I feel like ever since I started on this show that all roads have been leading to that. I think with Ralph Dibny, all roads lead to Sue, right? And I never thought about it until you asked me that question, but I'm a little nervous about that. That's, I want that to be good and I want that to be really good. And I'm excited, but boy, that's a big thing. I guess that's like when you do Joker and Batman movie. It's like, this is a big, big thing for this character, so you want it to be amazing. And I think that's going to come down in a lot of ways to the casting and to whoever ends up playing Sue Dibny. I think is going to be a very interesting thing to see play out and see how that